The Seven, Earth's mightiest heroes. Except, are they really? Like, really? More just like a PR nightmare, especially Homelander. Yeah, they're more anti heroes or just outright villains than anything else. So, how would they fare against an actual, legit superhero team? How would they do against Earth's actual mightiest heroes? The Avengers. The Avengers versus the Seven. Who wins? Well, let's get into it. But before we get into it, well, if you think the Seven take it, be sure to subscribe button. If you disagree, if you think the Avengers win, well, turn on that notification bell. Now, let's get it. Now, right off the bat, in order to make this fight actually somewhat fair, we're going to put the Seven against mainly just the early Phase 1 Avengers. Like instead of fighting against Loki and the Chitauri army, well, they're fighting against the Seven instead. Because if we included all of the Avengers, added everybody from that huge roster, well, the Seven don't stand much of a chance at all. Let's at least try and make it look like a fair fight. All right, so just who is a part of the Seven? Who are they bringing to the table? Well, they're clearly a parody of the Justice League. So you've actually got a lot of the same archetypes, like the Deep, who's their Aquaman. Problem is, he can't really do much to anyone here. He's basically only useful when he's in the water, so he's kinda a joke. On top of that, kinda a huge sexual pervert and abuser. He is slightly stronger than most people, but really has no true fighting experience, and you can definitely take him down with a good gill punch. Then there's Translucent. His skin is carbon based, meaning that he can bend light around himself, making it so that he appears invisible. And it makes him incredibly durable, like taking chainsaws, being fireproof, surviving high caliber sniper rounds. He took all of it no problem. But the thing is, he can be electrocuted. His carbon skin is highly conductive. Of course, he's also got to be completely naked for his powers to work. Don't know if that's a positive or a negative. Feels a bit like a negative to me. Starlight, one of the newest members of the Seven. She's surprisingly strong, overpowers normal people, sends them flying. She can even fight against Stormfront, the evil super Nazi. She's surprisingly tough, can take attacks from Black Noir, can take lightning blast from Stormfront, even take bullets straight to the chest. But her main power is her ability to manipulate light and manipulate electricity. She can fire out light blasts that can take down steel doors, hurt Stormfront, and just casually send people flying all around. Plus, she can create light so bright that it'll literally blind you. Black Noir is like the Batman of the group, the dark, mysterious master martial artist. He's super strong, ripped a man's face open, and pounded on Starlight. Not pounded like that. He's incredibly durable, taking point blank explosions, taking bombs and bullets, even taking blast from Starlight. He's also definitely the best fighter on the team, best one out of the group, as he's taking down Kamiko, taking down Starlight, and taking down the boys. A Train is the fastest man in the world, speedster of the Seven. He's the Flash, although nowhere really near as fast as the Flash. He's able to outrun bullets, dodge Starlight's blast, kind of fight at super speed. And if he's going fast enough, run straight through people. Plus, he's strong enough to literally pull a train. But here's the thing. A Train has been juicing on Compound V, and that's come back to bite him in the butt. It led to a heart attack, and that's made him noticeably slower, not really able to use his powers at all, or he almost straight up dies. So that kinda sucks. Queen Maeve is essentially Wonder Woman. She's strong enough to stop a speeding truck cold, stop it dead in its tracks. So that means she's pretty freaking durable too. Plus, she can take bullets point blank, absolutely no problem. She can restrain Black Noir, she can fight against Stormfront. But she's also clearly got her limits. Like Homelander said that she would die in that plane crash if she didn't come with him. But still, really powerful. Then there's the most powerful of them all, Homelander. An evil, twisted, psychopathic, narcissistic Superman. He's way stronger than anyone else around him, to the point where even other heroes like Queen Maeve and Starlight can do absolutely nothing to him. He's completely bulletproof. No other hero can take him out. It's even been said that there isn't a weapon on Earth that they haven't thrown at Homelander. They've all failed. He's incredibly fast, even faster than A-Train. But he mostly just uses that speed to fly all around, flying from one point to another. Doesn't really use that in a fight. His main tactic in a fight is his heat vision. He'll just laser everybody around him. Doesn't care at all. Doesn't give an F. So that's the seven. And their biggest advantage here in this fight is the fact that they are absolutely ruthless. Most of them have close to absolutely no morals. Like Homelander won't care at all about killing you. A-Train used to run straight through people. Still has a bit of a ruthless side in him. Black Noir is almost like a non-person, so he doesn't care about killing you either. The Deep is just a perv. Translucent seemed a little pervy too. The only decent people are Starlight and Queen Maeve. And even they don't really have a problem using their powers to the extreme when they're pushed. But just look at Homelander. He'll slice anybody right in half of his laser vision. That's usually the first thing he tries to do. The Seven prioritize killing a whole lot more than the Avengers do. That's for sure. Of course, the Avengers prioritize helping people, fighting actual enemies, saving the world. You know, being actual heroes. And man, are they good at it. And leading the team is Captain America, the Star-Spangled Man himself, pinnacle of human physical potential, literally superhuman. He's able to absolutely send people flying, just flying with each attack that he dishes out, like sending a sandbag flying across the room. That's kind of the power with each punch. That kind of power with each punch. Plus, he can definitely take a punch and survive some serious attacks too. It doesn't hurt that he's got that vibranium shield as well. I mean, nothing that any of the seven can throw at it is getting past that thing. Homelander shoots some laser blast, Queen Maeve throws a punch. Yeah, it's not going to do anything to Cap's shield. That thing took on Thor, and all the power of Mjolnir, and all that lightning flying all around. Captain America was perfectly fine underneath all that. Plus, Captain America is easily one of the world's greatest fighters. Me and Steve has fought against some of the best out there. Winter Soldier, Black Panther, Iron Man, Spider-Man. He's taken on whole groups of henchmen and thugs and elite death squads by himself. The guy can really do it all. Plus, Captain America can even go up against his toughest opponent ever, himself. And he can still win. Oh, and he can wield Mjolnir, which is amazing. But he can't quite do that yet, so shh, let's keep it a secret from Thor.
I knew it.
Now, Iron Man might not be the leader of the team, but don't worry, he's not salty about it or anything.
Oh, actually, he's the boss. I just pay for everything and design everything and make everyone look cooler.
His Iron Man suits have advanced to the point where they can fight against Thor, they can fight against Hulk, they can even fight against Thanos. And he's got absolute weapons galore, able to create weapons with just a thought. More weapons than you could possibly imagine. But we're taking him back a little bit here, all the way back to Mark 6 and Mark 7. So basically, end of Iron Man 2 and then Avengers. He was able to fight against Thor, kick Thor through a tree, take strikes from Thor, take hits from Mjolnir, even knock Thor back with a repulsor blast. He destroyed hammer drones like they were nothing, ripped through them like paper, which honestly don't know how impressive that is. Then he was able to fight against all the Tatari, take on that army all by himself at the start. He can blow up a giant Leviathan from the inside. He's got a missile that can blow up another Leviathan. I'm starting to think these things aren't as durable as they look. And then, of course, he redirected a nuke and fell all the way back down to Earth, surviving re entry while he was at it. Pretty impressive for a guy in a tin suit. Thor is the god of the team, and not the god of hammers. But at least now he still thinks he is. He's strong enough to beat up on Hulk, durable enough to take punches from Hulk and just smile, or fall from miles up in the sky, or destroy the Rainbow Bridge. And oh yeah, he's still got Mjolnir here. Don't think he quite ever got over losing that one. The same Mjolnir that was able to use to destroy the Rainbow Bridge or send out massive shockwaves and level buildings, the same one he used to create massive lightning blasts and one-shot Leviathans. There are a few heavy hitters on the Avengers, and you're definitely looking at one of them right now, in all his glory.
You flipped too hard, damn it!
And then Hulk is the other heavy hitter on the team. Not only that, but he's the strongest Avenger.
Welcome, strongest Avenger.
What?
He can one-shot Leviathans, clash with Thor, and basically have him on the ropes. The military is nothing to him. Look out Chitauri, because he'll easily smash you. Really, his closest competition was Thor, and then Abomination. And in his fight against Abomination, well, he basically wrecked all of Harlem. So yeah, the big guy can definitely cause some serious destruction. And then Black Widow and Hawkeye, the two true humans of the group.
Monsters and magic and nothing we were ever trained for.
Okay, look, the city's flying. We're fighting an army of robots. And I have a bow and arrow. None of this makes sense.
They got spirit, they got heart, they're actually pretty useful for taking out henchmen and thugs and alien armies. But when we're talking about people on this massive power level, I don't really know what an assassin and a spy are truly going to be able to do. Of course, I guess you could throw them against the Deep or Translucent, maybe even Black Noir or Starlight. It's just I think Homelander is probably going to laser them in half before they ever even get the chance. So, those are the two teams. How's this fight going to play out? Well, like I was just saying, while Hawkeye and Black Widow could probably take down the Deep, can maybe even fight against Black Noir 2-on-1, I don't think they'll be able to. I don't think they'll have the chance. I think Homelander has no problem killing people, and he'll have no problem lasering them right in half. Black Noir would have no problem killing them. Maeve would probably kill them. A-Train could definitely kill them. I just don't think Hawkeye or Black Widow are really going to turn the tide in this fight. Don't even think they're going to survive that long in the fight. Of course, that goes for the other side too, like the Deep or Translucent. Hulk could literally just step on the Deep and he's done. You know Iron Man can see Translucent and just shoot him from the sky. So yeah, it definitely goes both ways. Now Captain America is interesting, because he's shown that he could hold his own against all sorts of threats, but it's really debatable how much they're going all out against him. At the very least, he's never gone up against an evil Superman who will punch straight through him. Nobody on that level, at least. On the other hand, he could probably beat Black Noir. He could probably fight against Starlight and Queen Maeve. So he's definitely in a weird spot. End of the day, I think he's able to help the Avengers. I think he can lead them well. And he's going to do all right in the fight. But he's not going to make it through the fight. Not with Homelander and A-Train out there. But then there's Iron Man, there's Hulk, and there's Thor. And for as powerful as every member of the Seven is, I don't think any of them are more powerful than these three. A Train can run all around, kill Cap, Widow, and Hawkeye. He tries to do anything to the Hulk, well, he's gonna break every bone in his body on impact. Isn't gonna be able to do anything against the big green guy. Homelander is the most powerful member of the Seven. But just look at his fight against Soldier Boy. This was the first time Homelander went up against somebody close to his equal. And while it was awesome, it also wasn't too impressive in just how much destruction they were doing to the area around them. Like, that is actually a pretty good gauge for how powerful a character is. For example, Superman can do this, Thor can do this, Hulk can do this. Homelander wasn't even really wrecking the house. So thinking that he's going to be able to take on Hulk and Thor by himself, because no one else is powerful enough to take them down, well, that's kind of laughable. Not even sure he could beat this version of Iron Man. And if Homelander can't take them down, then what hope do the Seven have? Queen Maeve might be the second most powerful member here. And even Iron Man is clearly more powerful than her. It doesn't really matter what the Seven do. Doesn't matter how ruthless or bloodthirsty they are, because they just can't win here. Cap, Widow, and Hawkeye might not make it. Iron Man might not even honestly survive. But nobody can take down Hulk. Nobody can take down Thor. And they're definitely powerful enough to beat everybody else here. The Avengers win.